Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my YouTube channel Days with Shaz. Before going into the video, please hit on that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. So let's go into the video. So last week's Tuesday was my birthday. So I thought as it is a weekday, better do something small at home itself. So I thought to prepare some food, little things which I like as it is my birthday, and then call my family for evening snack plus dinner. So I thought to prepare some food. So the first thing which I did was to write down the list which I am going to prepare. So the list is big and the things which I am going to make are also long. So I thought I will publish the video as two parts. So this video is going to be the part 1. So I also invite you to join for the part 2 once I publish the video next. So let's go into the video and see what I did. So this is the list which I made, but later on certain things changed in this list once I started preparing them. So first things first, and I started creating my name as characters to be pinned upon the cupcakes which I have planned to make, and let's see how it comes at the end. So as this is the first day of my preps, I wanted to make the powdered sugar and keep today itself for the buttercream frosting tomorrow. So it will be easy for me tomorrow in order to make the cream if I make the powdered sugar right now and store it for tomorrow. So this is what I'm doing right now. So finally it's ready and I keep it stored for tomorrow's use. I have also prepared the boiled potatoes to make the fillings for my shorties. Then I mash the potatoes like this so that I can add while I am making the filling. Next I started chopping the onions, the biggest work. So first I put the onions once I clean in the fridge for some time and then take out and start chopping. If we chop the onions like that, we can reduce the strongness up to a certain content. I also chop the green chilies finely like this. Followed by that, I also finely chop some curry leaves needed for the filling. Last, I chop the tomatoes finely like this as well. Once all the chopping is done, I clean the board and let it dry as I have to use it for making the patties later. So now everything needed for the filling are ready. So we will begin in a while. Before starting to make the filling, I wanted to bake the dough and keep to rest. So first I start by adding some salt. Once the salt is added, we can give it a little mix. I have added some oil to the mixture. You can add whatever the oil you want. And I started mixing the flour together along with the oil. Once the flour turns into a scrambled texture, little by little we can add water and make our dough. In this manner, we can combine all the flour with the liquids we have used. Eventually, by kneading, we can make our dough according to the consistency we need. Finally, it turns into a fine dough ball like this. Once we create a fine dough ball like this, we let it rest for some time. For today's filling, I am using light meat solid tuna. This is actually in salt water, but you can use anything you like for your filling. I removed the lid of the tin and brought it and kept it ready to make the filling. So everything is ready now. So let's begin to make our filling. Once the pan is heated, I add 2 tablespoons of oil and I add some cumin seeds to it. Then I add some cardamom for flavor. This is really optional. Once the spices starts to heat, I add ginger garlic paste, green chilies and curry leaves along with that. The ginger garlic paste actually I make at home. If you need the recipe how to make it, let me know, I'll show you. Next I added the onions and start sauteing them. And then I add salt and saute the onion really well along with the ingredients previously I added to the mixture. Next I add the finely chopped tomatoes and let it cook for some time. After covered cooking for some time, we can see that the tomatoes are cooked well. At this time, I am adding the spices. I have used here the crushed dried chilies, chili powder, turmeric powder, pepper powder and curry powder. Then I add the tuna to the mixture and give it a good mix. Once it is well mixed, finally I add the boiled potatoes and give it a good mix as a final touch. Now our filling is ready to start making the patties. I dusted some flour onto the top of the board before starting to make the patties. So I take out the well-rested dough and start to make small dough balls in order to make the patty. From here you can see how I made the little dough balls in order to make my patty. Once all the tiny dough balls are made, I started to roll them in order to make the patties. So I do this one by one. Once rolled, I dust a plate with a little bit of flour and keep one by one so that none of the rolled patty dough will stick to each other. So here you can see I have rolled all my tiny dough balls. Actually, I am not using any mold to make the patties as I don't have one, but I am using a fork in order to make this patties. So I first gather a little bit of water as I need to make my patties. I'll show you how and let's start to begin. So from now onwards you can see step by step process how I managed to make my patties beautifully. So once I make the patties, I again take a plate, dust some flour and keep the patties one by one on top of the plate. Finally, I have been able to complete making all my patties. So this is the leftover filling and I store this in the fridge in order to make cutlets tomorrow. I have used a plastic box and wax paper in order to store these patties in the refrigerator to use tomorrow. So next I'm gathering stuff to make my cupcakes. So I'm going to follow a recipe which I saw in Instagram. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll show you how. So I have taken 1 cup of flour here and added 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I have added it to a sieve and sieved through very well. Next I add half a cup of sugar. Actually I have used even less than a half a cup I guess, because I don't like much sugary stuff. If you want more sugar, you can add up to 1 cup of sugar. Today I am making the cake batter using a blender jar because I don't have a beater with me. So I started adding the ingredients to the blender jar. Then I add half a cup of milk to the mixture. Next I add half a cup of oil. Actually, all the ingredients should be in the room temperature when you add them to the mixture. And next I add 2 eggs to make the batter. I am also adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla powder. If you have the vanilla liquid or the essence, you can use it as well. Finally, I am blending all the ingredients which I have added to the blender jar. This is how you see the mixture once it is blended all together. Then I add the mixture little by little into the flour and start mixing them using a whisk. I am whisking it until all the batter is combined well together. And this is the texture how you see at the end. So I have bought some paper cupcake molds, but I really wished if I had the foil one, as I thought it would be really stronger than these paper cups. Next I started pouring the batter one by one and placed the cupcakes in the tray. So once all the cupcakes are set on the tray, it's ready to go into the oven. These cupcakes can be baked from 160 to 65 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes in an electric oven. As I don't have an electric oven, I am using my gas oven. One disadvantage in the gas oven is that we cannot control the temperature, so we actually don't know what is the temperature inside. I managed to bake the cupcakes, but I know it is a little bit overbaked as I could not control the temperature. I have no idea how it had been baked. Finally, my cupcakes are baked, a little out of shape, but it's okay. And finally, I get them off the tray one by one so that I can let them cool and use for tomorrow for the frosting. And finally, my cupcakes will come good, I guess. I hope. Let's see how it goes. So the part 1 video of my birthday preparations end by today with a beautiful sunset, and tomorrow I will show what I did as the birthday preparations in the morning, because tomorrow is my birthday. So let's see how it goes. So stay tuned until tomorrow. So if you have any comments on my video and if you think I have things to improve, please let me know so that I also can learn. I'm waiting to show you the part 2 video. And let's see soon. And finally, I would like to say please follow me on Instagram and YouTube. You can find me Instagram as Shazna_Niyaz. Please follow me, and also please share my YouTube channel with your friends and family, and also please ask them to subscribe and join my community, and stay tuned for interesting videos like these ahead. And thanks for watching my video and being until the end. And please subscribe and also click on the bell icon so that you will get notified whenever I post new video. So until next time, take care and bye bye everyone.